name is David, and I've been volunteering with Sankalp Rehabilitation Trust for 9 months.
Why did you decide to volunteer with Sankalp?
I think I came here because of my career aspirations. I don't want to go into drug rehab, but I do want to go into education. I'd love to run my own school someday, and one of the things that I think is really important for children to learn about, whether poor or rich or in India or in the US, is a sense of obligation for other people. People who are far away, who they don't know, who they don't understand, but still, because they're other human beings, they should try and contribute and learn from those people as well. So for me, I needed to have my own experience, that if I'm ever going to teach it to anybody else, I'll have to have walk for walk in a certain sense. And so that's sort of, with that's why I came here.
And what is your opinion of drug users?
Put simply, I guess, drug users are human beings, and now a lot of which are my friends who have used drugs. People that I've met here have been on drugs for 10 years or 6 months, and they've taken brown sugar heroin, they've injected, they've done all sorts of things, but it's such a big symptom of other issues, of other problems that people are trying to deal with. Problems with people, with their family members, and fears, and hopes, and all kinds of things like that. Lack of education in many cases. But for now, drug users, a lot of them, at least here in Bombay and with Sankalp, are my friends. And I treat them with the respect that they deserve because they're humans.
And what kind of projects have you worked on?
I've been here for a while, so I've worked on kind of a variety of different projects. I've worked a lot on our income generation projects, on trying to sell our data entry training program to companies to try and solicit data entry work that they could give to our center. I've done a lot of work on trying to increase new media and the use of new media in our admin office, like putting up videos onto YouTube and on our website, and sharing our stories, sharing our good work with people through the internet all around the world. And I've done a bit of work also on just sort of supporting our HIV/AIDS awareness programs in and around Mumbai.
What have you learned working with a grassroots NGO like this?
Now, I've learned a lot about people, of course, but specifically about an NGO, I'm amazed by the fact that we all value NGOs based upon how much money they spend on their admin costs, right? We put so much value on how much NGOs spend on food and medicines and all of those essentials. But what I now see is really essential, actually, is cost of staff, cost of like a good, proper office. I think those things are crazily important, and the fact that we normally value those things as like, oh, it's great an NGO only spends 7% of their funding on admin costs, I think is crazy. NGOs need to create an incentive for people to work for them. And oftentimes that means that we have to pay them a reasonable amount of money to attract people with talent.
And how do you see your future shaped by this experience?
I mean, having worked here for a while now and made incredible relationships, I've developed a really great sense of in some sense of my skills. Not only to be an educator and to work with people and help people learn things, but I don't know. I've learned a little bit of chess, a little bit of dancing, but I think what I've really learned about myself is that I can be an adaptable person, and I can learn to make myself happy in a variety of situations, and that's something that I've learned here from clients, from staff, just from being here, and that's an incredibly powerful feeling to have, and I think that's going to be something that stays with me for a long time, to know that I can come here and be welcomed in and appreciated and feel good for a good 9-10 months. I can't ask for anything else to stay with me for the rest of my life.
Thanks, David.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.